Ka'alau Yahawashi Yahawashi by Hashem. Rakakadash, all praise, honor, and glory go to the Most High Yahawah in the name of His Son Yahawashi. And I'm back to you with another quick one. I was watching a video from Apostle Gabar about the three definitive scriptures showing that all nations beside the nation of Israel will be going into captivity. And he was going into the stumbling block that these these camp leaders and these truthers and these wise men that are saying that all nations are now going to be able to be saved and delivered. He was going to have just a stumbling block for them, and that's just their lot. And I just wanted to land back on just how Yahawashi is really the stumbling block that they're really falling over, because they can't get this truth that was presented right in front of their face, and they may have been taught it from some of the apostles and elders, and they may have even been in some of the camps, of a great millstone, but still, your lot is your lot. And 1 Peter 2:7, I'm gonna read about 4 scriptures. Gets right to the point. It says, "Unto you therefore which believe he is precious," meaning Yahawashi, "but unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner, and a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense, even to them which stumble at the word, being disobedient, whereunto also they were appointed." That disobedience is a tough tool, because I was, I came into this truth, and I was dealing with someone that actually, was speaking the same things that the man of Great Millstone was teaching, but he just couldn't stand, Great Millstone for some reason. And eventually the Lord just had him drift away, and he started to follow other doctrines. Then when you go over to Romans 8, I'm going to start, Romans 9, I'm starting 32, it says, "Wherefore, because they saw it not by faith, but as it were by the works of the law, for they stumbled at the stumbling stone that is written, Behold, I lay in Zion a stumbling stone and a rock of offense, and whoever so believeth on him shall not be ashamed." So for those who hold on to Yahawashi and do what he says, they won't be ashamed, and he's precious to them. But for those that even may know the name, he becomes a stumbling block for them. And this is 1 Corinthians 1:22. It says, "For the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom. But we preach Hamashiach crucified, unto the Jews a stumbling block, unto the Greeks foolishness. But unto them which are called both Jews and Greeks, Hamashiach the power of Yahawah, and the wisdom of Yahawah." And that foolishness is them not understanding that this is not for everyone. They want to make it for everyone. And then in Isaiah 8:13 it says, "Sanctify Yahawah of heavenly armies himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread, and he shall be for a sanctuary, but for a stone of stumbling, and for a rock of offense to both the houses of Yasharallah, for a sign and for a snare to the habits of Yahweh."